So Scott Talley here from the worldwide headquarters of Network in Action. This morning we've got Mr. Bob Baxendell of All Yours Home Inspection up in the Bel Air, Maryland area. Good morning, Bob. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm really glad we're getting to sit down. Home inspection is one of the more important phone calls a person will make in their lifetime. If you think you typically probably only buy 2 or 3 or 4 homes, and I know you love helping people that are first-time home buyers. So let's walk the person that's buying a home for the first time sort of through the process, why they want to call you and what they're going to get when they call you.
Well, there's a lot of people in this business. Most of them are former electricians, former contractors, former bricklayers, former construction people. I'm not any of that. I grew up in the retail business, spent my life 40 years in supermarket business, everything from bag boy to vice president. And over the years, one of the things I was responsible for was new store construction. I probably built and maintained a couple of hundred supermarkets. But during that time, among the many hats I wore, was store development, which gave me exposure to electricians and carpenters and flooring people and roofing and all of that. So I had all the basics for this business. When I got out of supermarkets, I went and took the educational credits for this, got licensed, got certified, and have been in business for about 2 years. In my first year, I did about 50 inspections. In my second year, for the remainder of this week, I'm on target to have done about 200 inspections. My customers love me. I've got a 5.0 reading, both on Facebook and Google Business. And I've gotten repeat realtors calling me back. I work on referrals, and I'm certainly glad to help.
Bob, so in the process for a new homeowner, they're going to find a property, they're probably going to lock in a contract, and they're going to have a certain window to get that home inspected, and that's when they would call you, right?
That's correct. Homeowners or people who put a contract in on a house generally allow themselves 10 to 15 days to make a final decision based on inspections on the house. And that includes termite inspections, radon inspections. Sometimes people do mine subsidence inspections based upon where they're at. I do home inspections, and I also do ancillary services of mold, radon, and I have a little niche which makes me unique, and that is I'm certified to inspect pools and spas, which gives me a leg up on some of the other inspectors. I can do it in one stop.
Awesome. And does that, I know in Texas, we typically call out a termite inspector. Is that is pest control a separate inspection in Maryland, or is it the same?
Termite is generally separate. You'll find very few home inspectors that are also authorized to do termite inspections, because in order to do a termite inspection, it makes sense that you be licensed to be a pesticide dispenser. And that covers a whole nother area of expertise, a lot more liability and insurance cost. So typically the home inspectors don't do termites.
This is typically one of the biggest mistakes people make is when they're buying a home and they either don't get an inspection or they don't pay attention to it. They're so excited about the aesthetics look of a home, but there's a lot of hidden things underneath there that need a professional like you to really uncover. And then it becomes a negotiating point, right? So I know this is sort of outside of the real estate inspection, but you've got your list that you're going to typically return to them, what, in a day or two?
I turn around inspections in 24 hours. Or less, depends upon if I had another inspection that day. But yes, homeowners often make the mistake of either not getting an inspection or not listening to the inspector. And beyond that new remodeled kitchen that you fell in love with, you need to know what's in the basement, how the furnace works, and moreover, if that surface on your pool is corroded.
That's right. What would you just say? This is a tough question, probably off the top of your head. What are the 4 most expensive items? I know in Texas we have cracked heat exchangers, but what are the 4 items that if a person didn't pay attention to inspection or didn't get a good inspector could really run into trouble right after they've closed on their home?
I would say number 1 is a leaky basement. Number 2 is the roof. Number 3 is plumbing problems. And number 4 is electrical, because homeowners take pride in their house, and it's very common to find what we call handyman electricity all over the house.
Yeah.
And it's not like wiring your electric trains. It's 200 amps.
That's great. Well, Bob, how does the audience find you by either email or phone?
My email address is allyoursinspections@gmail.com. I'm also on Facebook and Google Business under All Yours Inspections, and my phone number is 443-752-3530.
It's awesome. Thanks for taking some time to educate us today, Bob. It's good talking to you.
My pleasure.
All right.